Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and we're gonna continue our showcase of OP06 Yamato. And in this video today, we're gonna be going mostly against Uta. We have one game against the new Red Purple Uta, then we have two games against OP06 Green Uta, and then finally we have one game against Enel to kind of just round out the video. So pretty much a game against different Uta leaders, right? But this video is going to showcase again just the power of this Yamato leader. We've been able to have like all these double attacks, and especially if you can get double attack and the banish with the Nami, it can become very powerful. And then we also get to see some fun here with the Zoro and the Hody, just kind of showcasing what this top end can be so good. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of how this deck runs, just to this video on Yamato kind of showcases, has a longer deck breakdown in the beginning that you can go check out. So yeah, hope you check that out as well. But if you liked this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games against Uta and against Enel. In this match, we're going against Uta. So the opponent can give my units minus 2k power, and they can also like add a Dawn, right? So they get to like ramp up a lot. Let's mulligan. Honestly, anytime that I don't see my Nami, I feel like I want to mulligan. Like, Nami just puts so much pressure into them. So you get Shanks. Ooh. That's a big boy Shanks. That's a big boy Shanks. We don't have anything that we can play next turn aside from this Mihawk, huh? I guess we can just attack for 9 and force them to take the life. So they're gonna trash one card. And they get to ramp up, right? Yeah, they trash one card and get to ramp up. We'll take it. Unfortunate that the opponent was still at 4. But they get the blocker. Son of a gun. I guess I can play the Neko at this point, right? Let's force the 1k. I can play the Neko and force the attack into the Shuraya next turn. Opponent even gave me a 2k there. We know they have the Shanks in their hand. What does this Luffy look? Oh, it's just, okay, Guild to Zoro. Another Luffy. So Guild to Zoro and, okay, so you have no counter in your hand. Wait, you literally have no counter in your hand. You have 2 Shanks and a Guild to Zoro. They got rid of one of the Shanks. Okay. The problem here is that I cannot give the 2 rested Dawn here. So I have to like actually go ahead and put the 2 Dawn on it. Right? So we can go like this and attack into this guy. Opponent has to use the block thing and then have a 1k, right? So they can use, wait, no, they actually, it doesn't activate. It doesn't activate because the opponent actually didn't block with it. We know they only have, the problem is that there's nothing I can do here, right? So I think we just go 1, 2, attack for 7. Get the 2 life out of them. We know that you have a Shanks and a Guild to Zoro, so now you potentially have 3 other cards that could have counter on them. Okay, so they go ahead and play. Oh, okay. So they got an Uta blocker now. So they have an Uta blocker now. We go like this, and I guess we'll grab the Iso. I feel like I won the 2Ks here. I won the 2Ks. I'm never gonna play the Rokiku to try to keep this Neko alive so that I can actually attack into the Uta, right? So like this can let me keep the Neko alive so I can attack into the Uta. I'm in trouble, right? With 2 life, it's not safe per se. I'm gonna give you the Cracker blocker, the Cracker counter. Oh yeah, they go -2 here. Oh, that's so smart. That is so smart. Because then it lets your Luffy's attack. Oh, that's so good. Alright, so Guild to Zoro. So now you do have access to this Uta. Question is, So they got a 2K and a 1K, right? I wish I was a 9 Dawn. If I was a 9 Dawn, I would feel a lot better. A 9 Dawn here, I would feel a lot better. I'm gonna have to go for this, right? I'm gonna have to go for Hody Jones. And I can go to sits here, forcing the opponent to actually give me that 2K counter. And then with Hody, I guess I just kill the Uta. The problem is that by using the Hody now, I don't have the Hody for later. Yeah, we'll go like this. We also, it does set me up for this Amaru later, right? So we can go here, attack into the Uta, and she just dies. And then this is gonna force the 2K counter that you drew, which was the Beppo. They still have the other blocker next turn, but we can go through the blocker with the Amaru now that we're at 1 life. We have enough counter that I don't know that I'm dying here. Especially if you're gonna open up like this, right? We can go 2K. And we can give you the 1K. I guess they're gonna just play the 10 drop. Yeah, they're just gonna KO. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Wait a second. They have a 1K. They have a 1K, so they need to have... Oh, my goodness. They need to have enough here. They need to counter out of this. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So we attack for 10. You couldn't block the 8. Can you block the 10? Oh! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my goodness. I top decked this and the opponent just needed one more 1K counter and it just wasn't enough. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Uta. And I like going second because Uta likes to go second. The Hody Jones are actually really freaking good against Uta. But I think I want to see if I can get my Namis and just put pressure into the opponent. Because the one weakness of Uta, as you saw in the 3 videos that we did of Uta last week, is that it doesn't have a lot of counters, right? You don't play a lot of 2Ks, you only play 8 2Ks. I guess the opponent could be playing the Mihawk, so that could take him up to 12. So he's like Mihawk, Chopper, and the ISO maybe, so 12. And I think the opponent just kind of gets overrun. And a lot of the cards don't have any counters. So like Nami and Luffy don't have any counter to it, right? Opponent chose not to draw here, which is interesting to me. Very interesting. Very interesting. Why don't we just take this? Oh, absolutely. We just take it. I might need the blocker later. So I'm going to just give away the Satori. Right? Opponent's going to have to... I could play this Mihawk. Into the Cracker. Force the opponent to have to give me counters. Force the opponent to have to give me a 2K counter or a block. Instead of giving me a 1K, right? So this is forcing the block or the 2K counter. And I'm down to take the 2K counter now, right? So we go like this, and we select this, and we pass. I guess I forgot that this comes down rested, huh? So the opponent can actually just kill it this turn? Ugh. That was a misplay on my part. Why did I forget that? That would have been busted if it didn't work that way, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Honestly, it was my mistake. I should have known better. I was like, oh yeah, I can just play this and it's gonna be chilling, right? I don't know that it's worth saving, unfortunately. Because I'd rather have the... Yeah, so I'd rather do this. I guess the opponent has the freaking blocker, so that kind of changes things, right? So the blocker allows them to just continue surviving. So I think we just go... We can go 8. 5, 5. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem now. I mean, this is gonna eat up the block, right? This is gonna eat up the block. We can go like this. The problem is that the opponent will be able to kill my units, right? If I give them units to kill, the opponent just gets valued. Next time they can play Luffy. Yeah, next time they can play Luffy. Honestly, I'm gonna let them kill this. I'm gonna let them kill this. Let's get the Hiyori. And just pass the turn. The opponent has to be hiding behind a wall of blockers. I definitely needed that Cracker, by the way. It would have been better for me to just attack for 5, eat up the 1k, and play Cracker, and just keep that Mihawk in my hand. For some reason, I thought that this was going to summon it active, right? I didn't realize that it went that it went rested, which, again, makes a lot of sense, because otherwise this card would have been busted. Like, can you imagine if that's how it worked? Okay, opponent goes back light, kills the Satori, goes for 6, and go down to 2 life, sure. You have to kill this Momonosuke, right? That's an easy kill. I want to go down to 1 so I can actually have the Amaru when the opponent plays another Uta blocker. Right, they're keeping exactly 3 down. Oh, wait. So you tapped out of the Uta blocker, so I can go 2k here. The banish is really tempting, right? The banish is really tempting, especially because I guess I can now cycle it. Sorry, I'm thinking of the maybe we just go for their units. I just feel like if I go for their units, the opponent's just gonna be able to just do whatever they want later on. They also have exactly 2 done open, so it's not impossible for them to just have like a Punk Gibson, right? So they could easily have a Punk Gibson here to save themselves. So this smells like a Punk Gibson. Well, that takes them to 9. And we can only go up to 10, so that's still gonna eat up a 2k counter, but then we lose the first Onami. I guess if we're gonna do it, we should do it now then, right? Yeah, if we're gonna do this, we should just do it now. It's an easy Punk Gibson, but he's forcing the Punk Gibson and a 2k. Okay, 2k. Wow, and they lost another 2k and a 1k. I wasn't expecting that. I am vulnerable here to the... I'm very vulnerable to the I'm invincible. Oh, they keep whiffing, unfortunately for them. Okay, so they didn't go for them invincible. This tells me that it's going to be a Luffy. We cannot go through the Luffy because we don't have Hody Jones. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But that's not a Luffy. It's just going to be an Uta. If the opponent attacks my leader, then it's an easy Amaru. Do we actually want to Amaru that Uta, though? Is my question. Like, is that actually what we want to do? Or do we just want to, like, cycle stuff here? Like, maybe we want to actually put Onami... Oh... Opponent knows that they can hide behind the blockers. If I just go Amaru and attack for double attack, opponent just gets to kill me next turn. If I go for a blocker, that gives me some opportunity to survive. So we can go like Hiyori, put the Onami on the top. Yeah, we're gonna put the Nami, right? That gives me some protection. We can put the Hiyori. We can put the Hiyori back. That still leaves me with 3 down. So 5. That leaves me with 3 down, which means I can actually go. Let's go here first. See what the opponent does. You counter out of this, right? I do definitely need to bait out the block by attacking into their life with the Yamato, even if it means that we're not playing the Banish. They actually took it. So I guess I just eat up the block here. I just eat up the block. Or the double 2K. They actually gave it to me. And then we just go like this and we add it to the top. I probably should, I should have actually added it to the bottom. I'd rather get the Onami than this, right? Than the Hiyori. Because the Onami will have been able to kill the Nami. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, right? Like, the opponent doesn't need to... Oh, we could have blocked that, by the way. Okay, it's just going to be Dofi? Oh, okay. Well, that's nothing. Now we can just block this for free. What? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. We have a blocker. We have a blocker, and we know that we're going to get a trigger here, which can KO this Nami if the opponent is not careful. I don't know that that's enough. I would love to play this. I would love to play this Zoro. Because I think this Zoro just wins us the game if we play him. But I'm concerned that I don't have enough. I'm very concerned that I don't have enough. Like, I think I do have to actually play the blocker. I have to play the blocker, put the Amaru in my life, be able to kind of heal back up. It's too easy for them to have the answer here. What I can go Hiyori, put Amaru on the top. I still have the 5 done, so I'm able to kind of bounce the Hiyori back to my life. Because I'm taking this one, right? And the Amaru can let me this. I guess I need the Amaru. Wait, I have the Hody Jones. I'm actually scared of dying here. I'm actually scared of dying here. So let's take this one. Let's put this one here, right? We can put this in the bottom, and then we still have 3 down to attack with. And that lets me kill the Nami, so the opponent doesn't get any draw. Could have actually just attacked for less and just play Momonosuke, right? Yeah, I probably should just attack for less and just play the Momo. Opponent was never gonna save that Nami. I can tell you that much. Okay, they're just gonna go for second Dofi. So I think this is where we go for this this thing. Oh wow. Especially if you do that. Especially if you do that. I think I know that I can survive. I guess the Nami doesn't do anything anymore. But we get the heal, so I guess we just go like this and just pass the turn. Opponent kind of got a little bit too greedy. You're gonna have to have a 3rd Dofi, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble. We have a blocker, we have Yamato, and we have this Zoro that's gonna be able to attack 3 times into your life. Yeah, I mean, again, we say okay, or do we block this one? We block it. If we block it, we know we're gonna get hit by 10 and 10. Opponent has exactly 6 down, so they can actually get this again. Let's go like this. We only have 9k counter value, but we have enough to counter out the restand, right? So even if the opponent has double I'm invincible, we can beat it, even without using the blocker. Yeah, like if the opponent commits for it right here, we know that we can just go 2k, 2k, 1k, and just keep this Momonosuke alive. We have the Onami, so we can actually banish the last 2 cards. We can absolutely banish their last 2 cards, or at least force them to have to counter out to be able to save those 2 cards. This requires 3 active Dawn. Onami's gonna be 2, so that's 5 Dawn. So we can get her to 10. Or do we just get her? No, I think we want to get her to 10, right? We want to get her to 10. And that's gonna force 3 cards from the opponent. How many 2Ks have they given me? They only gave me 1 2K so far. Oh, 2 2Ks. Okay. 2 2Ks. It still has freaking 7 cards. I think opponent's thinking about it. Opponent's thinking about it, and they probably, like, you knew I had a 2K counter in the bottom, right? So if we go for a 10 attack, right, with the Onami. So we put the Onami down. We still have the 3 down here. We go for a 10 attack with the Yamato. Opponent has to give me the cards, right? Yeah, we just go like this. By the way, if they counter out of this, then the Momonosuke can just attack. And then the Zoro can finish it up, because the Zoro is going to go to 11. They banish. So that's just game then, right? We go like this. Use the car action. Get it again. And we attack with 11 3 times. Yeah. We just attack with 11 3 times. The opponent did have the second I'm invincible. But they literally had nothing else. Like, actually, nothing else to stop that banish. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Uta. I like this Onami so much. Opponent has a lot of blockers, though. Opponent has a lot of blockers. We choose to go second. The opponent will not be able to KO this Okiku, right? So this is going to be a little bit interesting. They go for I'm invincible. Okay, so I have to worry about them restanding their stuff. Yeah, we just pass here, right? We have nothing to do on turn 2. We have the Onami. We're going to have Okiku. We need to get the opponent down to 3 life to be able to actually give us some stuff. Opponent gets to draw a lot of cards in this game. They're going to just go for A, and that's fine. They got Punk Gibson, which they cannot draw. So they cannot draw the Punk Gibson. If we go 5, he's forcing 1K, 1K, right? I think we go for 5. I mean, sorry, just forces 1K out of them. I think we go for 5 right now. Let them get the 1K. I just want to develop another unit. I want to develop this Okiku down. Might actually 2K counter this one. They get the Brook, so they can actually play Brook into like a Uta blocker, for example. Which is, I think, exactly what's going to happen. Oh, it's going to be a Nami instead. All right, so... I could play this Mihawk. But it's like not really getting me anything. So maybe we just go for 5 here. I mean, maybe we just go for 9 here. See what happens. All right, so if we... Why did we just play Onami? Honestly, I'm down to force the opponent to give me value. I'm down to force the opponent here to give me 3 cards. 2K, 2K, 1K. Go. They play Luffy, right? That has no counter. They play Nami that has no counter. All right, so they just lost them both. There you go. And now we can go like this and attack for 8. So they lost the Punk Gibson and the Zoro. So they couldn't counter out of 9 there. That's kind of crazy. Because we have an 11 coming up next time if you don't have a blocker. If you don't have the Luffy blocker here, we have an 11 coming up. And that's why I really like, I mean, this Nami is so great. Okay, so they have the Zoro. Let's take it. They got Law as well, so they have a couple 1K counters here. Couple 1K counters. I'll give you this 1K here. So 2 1K counters. You give me the Frankie. So you can go up to 7 with the 1Ks. 9 with a 2K, 11 with another 2K, and then you have to have another 1K. So you need to have 3 1Ks and a 2K. I'm fine to play those odds. And then you have 4 attacks next turn. We have 2 2K counters and a 1K. I'm down to play those odds. Let's go for it. So I know you have one case. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew. Whew. I guess we force a 1k out. Let's force a 1k out here. Yeah. I know they have the invincible, remember, right? So they have the I'm invincible. So that's an event they couldn't use. They can restand and attack twice with this Uta. So they should just go for lethal here, right? But if you go like that, this is not going to be enough. New Genesis? Oh, they went after the Nami? So the New Genesis gives them just a free draw, right? And they got the Uta. So they got an Uta blocker. We don't have the Hody Jones. We can go to Wando and just play Amaru. Let's be careful on going to 1. Like, I don't think I want to take this one because I'm going to take the next 2, right? So I'm definitely going to take the next 2. No way we do that, right? I think at this point, we don't care about the units here. But I also got a Brook out of this. This Hody lets me rest the Luffy, I guess. Yeah, that works, right? We get to add the card back to our hand. So we get to rest their Luffy and Uta. Attack for 7, which is 2 cards. I know you have the Invincible in your hand, and I know you have a Zoro from earlier. So you have a 1k and an event that you can't use. You have the... Well, you play the Brook. You show me you play this Uta just now. Is there any other card that we saw them use? They have the Law. So they have two 1ks and an event. So then the other ones could be like 2k, 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 4 2ks. They don't play that many 2ks. So we can go Hody here. It gets rush, and we get to rest both blockers, and we just attack for 8, and then for 9. And I mean, actually, wait, this is an 8k attack, so we can just attack for 8, and then 10, right? Is there any? This card is busted, isn't it? Wait, isn't this card just busted? We can go 8 here, and then we go 10 with the Hody. How am I able to just rest any 2 cards and still also have rush? Wow. Yeah, this card is busted. Hody Jones is kind of crazy, huh? I thought it was a 7k. I just realized this has an 8k power. So like I was trying to make the math, you know, if I have 7k here with the 2 rested down from Yamato, it will go to 9, which is forcing the opponent to have 3 cards. And this could have attack for 8, which is also forcing the opponent to have 2 cards at least. And I knew that some of their cards, like I said, it was the... Oh, what happened to the Law? The opponent played the Law. Oh, they did play the Law earlier. Okay, so the Law was a misjudgment on my part. But I knew they had the Zoro, and I knew they had the I'm Invincible. So I knew that they had 1 deck card and just a 1k counter. So the odds of them being able to survive against the 8k and the 12k... Maybe instead of 8k, I should have just gone all in on the Hody. Maybe it should have been like 13, right? Is that better than going for the 8k and 9k? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I don't think the opponent had the way to survive against this, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Enel. So the healing is annoying, right? Because I don't believe the double attack works on the healing, right? Let me see. This is not a bad hand. I don't mind the banish. Let's go like this. Let me see. I'm curious, actually. I'm very, very curious. We didn't get any searchers. Okay, no, it doesn't work. I was curious. I was like, does he work? It doesn't look like he actually works. We should have taken that. Oh crap, I'm gonna lose to the Gadatsu now. Yeah, we should have always taken that hit, by the way. We should have absolutely taken that hit. I guess I'm just gonna go for the double attack here then. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the double attack here since we were dumb enough to not play around Gadatsu. Opponent gets Satori. They trash the Holy. They get another trigger. They get another Satori. They get the Onami too. Okay, yeah, because I guess it's OP06. Okay, yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm looking at a YouTube. I'm looking like at a Reddit thread explaining how it works. Sure. That's a great draw. Let's go here. And let's go here. If the opponent plays a 4-drop here, I will just go Onami. Alright, so I think we go for it. Absolutely, right? So this is a guarantee trigger. Yeah, we just go like this. And we'll go here. And no, because of the Yamato ability, yeah, there you go. They're gonna lose another card here too, right? So they go down to 1 life. The Onami should be able to kill. Yeah, they lose the Amaru and the thing. We have Hody Jones. I mean, this is a lot of damage, right? That's a lot of damage. We might actually just die. I guess I can counter out of some of them. 7. Okay. Not a counter. That's a problem. 7. This is 6. Oh, that's beautiful. So we can just KO this guy. So that's only 3 attacks that we have to worry about. 6. Gets hit by the 2K. 6. And it's a matter of whether I get another counter or not. And the opponent got it. Yeah, wow. 2 of my cards were not counter cards, right? So Hody and the Zoro. Even though we had already another Hody and the Momonosuke in my hand. All I needed was another 1K, right? Another 1K. That trigger helped out a lot. Next that we have 8 Dawn. Opponent literally has no Dawn, no counter either. So sometimes it's unfortunate, right? The double Satori trigger gave them a lot of value, gave them a lot of units, and it just wasn't meant to be. So GG. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed those games of Yamato. Like, oh man, like the first game against the Red Purple Uta kind of took me by surprise, right? Like the blockers can be really annoying. It was so close. It was so close. But being able to deal with those blockers was problematic for us. And of course, their Shanks be able to kill my Hody. So the opponent didn't need to attack into it. They could just play Shanks and just wait until the next turn to attack into us. So we had to just find the right answer, right? Like their Shanks can kill all the cards, all our characters in this deck. So there's no way to play around that. But we still got the value that we needed there, and that's what mattered. And then against the Green Utas, it's just a matter of kind of grinding them down and just find that opportunity where you can get that banish, and the opponent will run out of resources sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, on the other side, we lost against that Enel. We were 1K counter away. But I do think I need to kind of actually potentially play that matchup a little bit better. But it's kind of surprising just how much damage we put in before the opponent even got to their 9 down turn, right? It's just unfortunate that we just couldn't we couldn't protect ourselves enough, even with all the 2K counters that we run in this deck. So yeah, but anyways, hope you all enjoyed those games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. We have one more Yamato video coming out in a couple days, and then we'll move on to the next OP06 later. So hope to see you there.